Hola amigos, para los que no me conocen, yo soy Kimberly Cruz. I am the founder and creator of the Centro Amor. This year, I curated my first art exhibit highlighting Central American culture and the stories of local Central Americans here in Arizona. Este evento para mí era un sueño que se me hizo realidad. Estando en un estado donde mayoría de la cultura es mexicana, un montón de gente no sabe dónde es Centroamérica. Un montón de gente cuando me conocen siempre piensa, oh, pues tú eres mexicana porque tú eres latina. Y cuando yo le digo, no, mi familia es de Honduras, ellos nunca saben ni me pueden decir en el mapa dónde está. Siempre me pregunta, oh, ¿en qué parte de México es? Y eso me hace reír porque es una cosa que entre todos los centroamericanos los pasa a todos. So I wanted to create this event to open up a dialogue but also highlight my beautiful culture. And one of the things that I did was these interviews. This interview features 13 Central American locals. I asked everybody that participated in the interviews two things. One, to bring an object from their country, and two, tell me the story of that object and how it reminds them of home. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy these interviews as much as I did.
Mi nombre es Bianca, yo soy de Guatemala, estoy representando a la familia. Como ven, donde nosotros somos hay una jungla y hay cosas que crecen de raíz y crecen tan hermosos. Y yo comencé un negocio que se llama Sí Más Vida, which translates to Yes More Life. And that reminds me of home because there is so much life, there's so much abundance. There's so much abundance that grows from this beautiful land that I'm from, and it reminds me of it every single day. And again, I thank the Most High that He allows me to represent where I'm from. And now I have a generation that I get to show it to. He is not only witnessing where I'm from, but also seeing how proud I am of it every single day. So, thank you.
I'm Felixander Carey, and I'm from Guatemala and Dominican Republic. So my mom, she's from Guatemala, La Ciudad, and my dad, he's from the Dominican Republic, Nagua. And the shirt or the object that I brought here today is this a Guatemala national team shirt. And I chose to bring it because soccer and football runs in my family. So my uncle, he played for Los Cremas, and he also played on the national team for a couple of years. And now my brother, he played on the U20 team, and hopefully he gets called up for the World Cup. So soccer really is a big part of my family in Guatemala, and it definitely means a lot to just wear this shirt.
My name is Tammy. I go by Foodie Amiga on Instagram. I've lived in Phoenix for the last 18 years. I was born and raised in Santa Ana, California. And I've also spent almost 4 years in El Salvador as a kid. And growing up, I didn't feel as much as a connection to El Salvador because I wasn't born there. I'm the youngest of 5 siblings, and I was the only one born in the States. But the older I get, the more I realize that it doesn't matter where I was born, but what matters is what I carry in my heart. As I've gotten older and matured as a woman, I've connected with my mom in levels that I didn't think was possible growing up. Connecting with her through food has been inspirational and has really inspired me to use my platform as an avenue where I can just share my connection to food and the love behind it. It's so much deeper than just tasting it or having good pupusas. It's about where that comes from. It's about the ingredients that we use. It's about how our people harvest our ingredients till this day. I am so proud to be a first and Salvadoreña. I will forever be proud of the braveness that my parents had when they left their country. And I'm here thanks to them. This life, all of this, even this very moment, could not be possible without my parents. So today, I brought a photo album of some of the most special moments in my life, because I have tons of photos, but I wanted to create a special book of some of the moments that remind me most about home, even before my time, starting with my maternal lineage. A picture that I cherish always, anytime that I'm missing home, that I need to remember where I come from, I look at this picture. Pictures of my parents, my mom, my grandma, that I did not get to meet. She passed 2 months before I was born. Looking at pictures of her with my mom just reminds me how special the moments with my mom are. Pictures of my sisters visiting El Salvador before my time. Pictures of my sisters visiting us in El Salvador while we were living there. Some of the moments that I cherish, because without them, I wouldn't have these very special moments. Moments with my dad in El Rio. Just a day with him. Los derechos de las niñas. Till this day, human rights, kids' rights, are so important to me. Las ollas de tamales. You can never go wrong with tamales, trust me. Salvadorian tamales, top tier, at your mom.
My name is Kimberly Cruz. I am a first-gen proud Honduran American. Today, my story is going to be around this clothing pin. I visited Honduras for the first time this year, and when I was out there, I was living like the locals. I was washing my clothes in the pila, and I was using this exact clothing pin for my clothes. Accidentally, it ended up in my luggage and it came home with me. And when I was organizing my vacation clothes, I saw this clothing pin and this memory came to me. And it was when my dad and my mom bought their first house out here in Arizona. And in the backyard, they had this clothing line. And I remember the excitement that my mom had, and I couldn't understand it in the moment why, until I went to Honduras and I saw how they were living, and I realized Honduras has been embedded in everything I do. I grew up using a clothing line to dry all of my clothes. The food that I ate was Hondureño. The music that I listened to was Hondureño. And it just reminded me, and it made me appreciate that my mom did such a good job in ensuring that Honduras was always with us. Mi nombre es Jessica. Yo soy Jessica Blanco. Mi familia y yo somos de El Salvador. Y este es mi tesoro, mi precioso tesoro que mi abuelo me regaló cuando pues hace poco fui a El Salvador. Y es algo que me conecta demasiado a mi país. Es una cámara de rollo, como le decimos, y es una que él usó por mucho tiempo cuando teníamos fiestas, cortábamos cake, hablábamos, bailábamos. A él le gusta mucho la música, entonces eso es algo que siempre que lo veo y lo uso y lo utilizo, lo limpio, siempre que lo toco me recuerda muchísimo a él y su pasión y la familia y lo que es estar juntos y pasar tiempo, que es lo más importante para nosotros, que cuando no estamos en nuestros propios países, en nuestras propias tierras, es muy importante tener algo que nos recuerde y que al usarlo también nos lleva y nos transporta, y por eso esto es muy importante para mí. Yo, siendo fotógrafa, me inspira demasiado ver el trabajo que mi abuelo hizo en capturar esas imágenes y mantenerlas vivas en nuestra familia, y sin saber, sin querer queriendo, estamos conectados, y por eso esta cámara es mi monumento, mi tesoro. Gracias.
My name is Tamara Imani Dill. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, Riverdale specifically. That's where my dad's side of the family is, and they're from Panama, specifically from Colón and Pilón. So the last time I was in Panama, I got my mola bag, and it was really, really cool to find one that has like a little me on here. We're drinking maybe some kava, I don't know. But I was really happy to find one that has like a little me. Usually it's just full geometric patterns or like birds, trees, plants, but they're a source of protection. All of the multi-layered fabrics help to trap in like evil spirits. So you keep it on you. I got it on me. So molas are made by the Kuna people, which is an indigenous tribe in Panama. I've asked my grandma, we don't have like really clear answers as to if we are a part of the tribe or not. So it's just nice to see a reflection of yourself, even though you don't necessarily know. It's like just a kind of connected oneness. In Panama, there's a different type of polleras that you can have, like a full white one with tembleques in your hair, and that's like more of like a classical Spaniard version. And then you have the kind that it's more seen in Cologne and the more African area. And it's interesting because that one's just like a whole bunch of tattered pieces put together as well. So I like that parallel there. But there, it's like the Congo queen. So she has a crown on, she has a makeshift pollera, and she's like dancing away the devil, dancing him away.
My name is Giovanni Edgardo Urrutia Jr. My family is from El Salvador, and I was born here in Maryville. Today I brought my son's first ever El Salvador bucket hat, and then I brought some of El Salvador's finest. Straight from the motherland, brought some queso duro. I grew up eating queso duro, you know what I mean? Everybody knows it as like feet cheese because it stinks a little bit, you know what I mean? But it's just something that we grew up on, you know, eating it with our casamiento or eating it with our plátano, you know what I mean? It's a staple in our community and it's just a staple in our household. And my mom or my grandma goes to El Salvador every year, a few times every year, and she brought this from my baby boy. So this is his first ever El Salvador bucket hat, and he loves it. He likes to wear it to the store. You know, anywhere he can wear it. He wears it. So it's real special to me.
Hi, my name is Silvana. I go as Sylvie. My dad is Salvadorian, my mom's Mexican. I love my culture because of the food and the people and the music. Growing up, all of my family literally would dance everywhere. Everybody would go. So I was inspired by that. Listening Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, like, it was time to clean when the cumbias are on, literally. So, I gotta learn like a little step too. So I'm glad I'm able to, bring that from when I was little to, growing up, and I'm hoping I can, teach my kids how to dance, cumbia as well, or those Salvadorian moves, Mexican moves in me. Oh my God, I remember the specific song that's like embedded in my mind is Listón de tu Cabello by Los Ángeles Azules. Girl, that song, you put it on, I'd be like, hey.
My name is Carolina Herrera. I brought my tattoo. My family is from Honduras, and so I'm half Honduran. And so the deer is the national animal of Honduras. So that's my item. I carry it with me everywhere I go. It has a couple of different things. I wanted to incorporate my family and my heritage, and so obviously I was born in Arizona, so the cacti are for Arizona. The roses are for Ecuador. My mom is Ecuadorian, and so the national animal is Honduran. So I was just researching, and I also thought it was interesting that the white-tailed deer is also in Arizona too. So it's not the same kind of deer, but it is a representation of me being born here in Arizona and also having that heritage in Honduras.
Hello, my name is Andrea Stanley. I'm Honduran on my father's side. My family is from La Ceiba, and my grandparents are from the islands of Rotan y Utila. My mother is Dene and Acoma Pueblo. and I was born and raised here in the Valley of Phoenix. And the item that I brought is some folk art from Honduras. I grew up seeing this every day in my house. And it's just a testament to our family's work ethic and culture, you know, just you got to get it done. My family immigrated from La Ceiba to the US in the late 1970s, and my dad and my uncles started getting into trouble in Boston. So my grandparents were like, we didn't come to the country for you all to just get in trouble. So they moved from Boston all the way to Phoenix, Arizona in the early 80s. And just by chance, my dad's high school best friend was also Native. He's Navajo and Zuni, and that happened to be my mother's childhood best friend from Tuba City, Arizona. So my parents have such a unique love story of how they met and how they came together as high school sweethearts. And my father, being from La Ceiba, they grew up calling back home Ceiba. My mother's family is from Tisto, Ceiba Dakai, Arizona, on the Navajo reservation. And for short, they call Ceiba Dakai Ceiba. So both my parents grew up calling their home communities, you know, Ceiba. I have a very beautiful connection to the cultures that I come from, and one way that I creatively express that is through cooking. And I have a business now called Anda's Kitchen, where I create fusion food of traditional Navajo foods and Honduran foods with Latin spices and flavors. So yeah, this is my piece, and I'll continue to carry on this tradition of you just got to get the machete out and get it done, you know?
My name is Sabrina Rivera Prudencio. My family is from El Salvador. My mom is from Santa Rosa de Lima in La Unión. My dad is from Gotera, San Francisco Gotera in Morazán. And my husband's from Pasaquina in La Unión. So we have ties all over on that side of El Salvador. So I brought my hammock, which is, I don't know, this just reminds me of there. If you go to my house, you're gonna find a hammock in each of the bedrooms. You're gonna find a hammock. You're gonna find like 5 hammocks in our backyard. So this is just comfort. We buy hammocks when we go over there. We bring them. The Arizona sun eats them up. So we have to replace the outdoor ones quite frequently. We got this one probably in San Miguel. So my parents are from their respective cities, but then they moved to San Miguel, and that's where my older siblings were born. My bag, my everyday bag, I actually got it in Santa Rosa de Lima, you know, just from a vendor. And then my art, a lot of it features, like just here, somebody making pupusas. You can see the hammock in the background, all the pupusas, and she's just happy. And here you go with you got horchata, you got ensalada, you got jamaica. Here she's making minutas on the beach. Perfect. Okay, this one is a little different. This is, you know, a representation of my heart. And then there's a piece of it here that's a torogos, which is the national bird of El Salvador. And then here she's making some tamales pisques. And I think I have one, oh, here we go, a sandwich. So that's a lot of my art, and they just, all the women, their arms, their smiles, everything just reminds me of the women in my family, of myself, and I just see the beauty in it. So, and I love when somebody sees it and they see themselves, or they see their mom, or they see their tia, their grandma. So that's what this is.
Hi, my name is Layla, and my family's from Honduras, and a little places that they're from is San Pedro Sula and the capital of Honduras. I brought this purse that my mom brought for me that I absolutely love. It has all the colors that I love, and also my earrings that have like parrots, which Honduras, they have a lot of parrots, so I absolutely love all the decor. It's so important for me to do this because I've always wanted to go, and my family's from there, and it's an absolute beautiful place. So I am so very excited to be able to do this and get to know more of my culture and people that are from there as well. So I'm very thankful.
My name is Francisco Isaula. I'm from Honduras, and my mom is from Mexico. So what I brought with me today is a gold chain. On the bracelet, it's a gold nugget bracelet because my dad loved gold. He had gold chains and gold everything. That was his thing. So it says Chico, which is his nickname. So my son, he's Xander Chico Isaula because he passed away before he was born back in 2005. But that culture really lasted with me when we were children with pupusas and the cumbias and merengues, you know, dancing the clean on the weekends. And it was just something that really stuck with me because here in Arizona, there's not many of our Central American people here. And so as a tribute to him, we named our son's middle name Chico. And I'm passing this down to him when he's ready for it and can take care of it and enjoy the lineage that it can carry.
Hi everybody, my name is Keisha Gully, soy de Panama. Most of my family right now lives in Chorillo, but today I am showcasing this beautiful pollera Congo. In Panama, we have a bunch of different types of pollera, but this one I love especially because it's more representative of the Afro-Panamanian community. And this dress did originate in Colón, and it was pretty much born from the enslaved Africans that were brought to Panama as a sign of resistance.
Soy de Honduras. Llegué a este país en el año 93. Orgullosamente catracha, como se dice. Estos son mis hijos, parte de mis hijos. El deber como madre y el orgullo que tengo de nuestra cultura, que nuestra cultura es muy rica y muy diversa. Nuestro país tiene mucha riqueza en la gastronomía, en la artesanía, en la danza folclórica, en todo lo que tiene que ver con mayas, con ruinas. Es un país muy hermoso, con muchas características y muchas diversidades, en las cuales hay mucha riqueza y he tratado de enseñar a mis hijos cómo son nuestra gastronomía, la baleada, que es muy típico, plátano maduro, banana verde, pollo frito y nuestros tamales. Así que nuestra artesanía, maravillas, hombres y mujeres trabajando con sus manos, haciendo tantas cosas hermosas con madera, con barro. Y es un país muy maravilloso, con unas playas hermosas y con mucha alegría. Nuestra música, danza folclórica, nuestras fiestas patrias se caracterizan por la danza, por nuestros vestidos típicos, sombreros y porque sea un país tan lindo que yo creo que es muy bonito conocer nuestras raíces. Mis hijos están acostumbrados a mi comida hondureña, la cual les gusta mucho y he enseñado aquí a hacerla. Así que Honduras es bello, Dios bendiga Honduras y gracias.
Family hug, family hug. That was so good. That was nice. Qué bueno.
Te amo.